Good morning to you all, my dear students. Let's continue the chapter Working of Institution. I was telling you the functions of Prime Ministers. Let's discuss about the Prime Minister and his role in foreign affairs. The Prime Minister plays an important role in the management of foreign affairs, and he formulates the internal and external policies of the country. He represent India in international conferences also. Now, Prime Minister as the leader of the nation. The Prime Minister is acknowledged leader of the nation as a whole, and the whole nation looks to him for his leadership. Now, let's discuss about the President of India. The President of India is the constitutional head of Republic of India. We do not have presidential form of government, but the president is the chief executive in India. Qualification to become a president: first is he must be a citizen of India. He must have completed 35 years of age. He or she must be qualified for elections as member of Lok Sabha, and he must not have any office of profit under the center or a state government. And the term period of president is for 5 years, and he or she may resign from the office before his expiry term. And for this purpose, he has to send his written resignation to the vice president, who will cause it to be communicated to the speaker of the Lok Sabha. There is one process, impeachment, also, to remove the president, vice president, and judges of Supreme Court. Now let's talk about the presidential election. How president is elected? President is elected indirectly, and ordinary citizens do not take part in this election. The joint body of the elected MPs and MLAs and elect the presidents, and these are known as electoral college. Now, what is electoral college? The electoral college is the joint body of MPs and MLAs. Now we will discuss about the functions of the president. There are many functions. There are many powers of the president, like executive, legislative, judiciary, and emergency powers. He is, first of all, he is administrative head. He is the head of the state, and the administration of the country runs in his name. Second one, he appoints and dismisses the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers. The Prime Minister and Ministers submit their resignation to him if required. He summon and prorogue the Parliament. He can summon both the houses of the Parliament, and he directs a joint session of both houses to be held. He can also dissolve the Lok Sabha, and the nomination of members of Parliament, means MPs, is also done by the President. He can nominate 12 MPs to the Rajya Sabha for the youngest. So these were the functions of the President. There are some limitations also. There are two main limitation of on the president. First is there is the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers to aid and advise the president in exercise of his power, and the powers of president are in fact exercised by the real executives, that is Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. And second one, all proclamations of emergencies made by a president under the Article 352, 356 and 360 have to be laid before the Parliament before approval within 1 month. So these were the functions and powers of the president. There is this discretionary power also of president. He has a very important role to play in actual working of parliamentary system in our country. And the oath of office which the president takes in the name of God on assuming his office put upon him a definite obligation to be the guardian of the constitution and law. So these were the functions and powers and discretionary power of the president. In next video we will discuss about the Supreme Court and its functions. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.